Last year at UFC 318, Daniel Rodriguez fought Kevin Holland and won via unanimous decision. D-Rod went completely silent after the win and hasn't fought since. Rumors began popping up that he was in prison and/or stranded in Mexico. It turns out those rumors may be true. D-Rod is claiming that he was in prison, and the crazy part is Kevin Holland may have actually bailed him out. Speaking to Full Send MMA yesterday, ahead of his fight against Randy Brown this weekend at UFC 327, Kevin said, "I bailed him out, man. I need to get this dub right here, and then I need to fight D-Rod, so I had to bail him out. He can get through this probation period, and then when it's time for me to fight again, he'll be ready. I went back and watched that fight. I don't know how the f I lost. Run that back 2 or 3 more times. It was a fun fight too. The fans had a blast. We had blood in the octagon, we had knockdowns, all that good stuff." D-Rod appears to have confirmed that Kevin did bail him out, or he may be playing into the rumors. We're unsure at the moment. He reposted that article to his Instagram story. He followed up with this AI-generated image of him and Kevin outside of a prison. He then posted this video and wrote release day. Today it's being reported that Mauricio Ruffy is officially no longer part of the Fighting Nerds. The news was confirmed by one of the team's founders, Pablo Sucapira, during an interview earlier today. Speculation had already been building in recent weeks, especially after Jean Silva revealed that he and Ruffy were no longer on good terms. Many believe the tension may have stemmed from Ruffy training with Alexander Volkanovski, which reportedly caused friction within the group. Now with the split seemingly confirmed, it raises some big questions about what's next for Ruffy. What do you guys think? Was this the right move for him? Drop your opinions in the comments. Earlier this week, Islam Makhachev claimed that he's not fighting Ilia Topuria at the White House because Ilia requested too much money from the UFC and the UFC shut it down. Dana White has responded to this and says it's not true.
And Islam said that Ilia was the reason why it didn't happen because he asked for too much money. Is there anything that you could talk about?
That's not true.
Not true, okay.
That's not true.
Okay.
Last night, Raul Rosas Jr. and Deiveson Figueiredo competed in a submission-only grappling match in the co-main event of Hype Brazil. Raul pretty much trolled the entire time, and the match ended in a draw. In the main event of Hype Brazil, Jean Silva faced Chito Vera. That match also ended in a draw. Yesterday, Jiri Prochazka got into a verbal altercation with Josh Hokit backstage after UFC 327 Media Day. Hokit also tried to press Carlos Ulberg, but Ulberg completely ignored him.
What's up, dog? Hey, you're kind of big, dog. You want to come with the heavyweight, dog? Yeah, dog. You don't want none of this
He's funny.
Dana White reacted to the altercation between Jiri Prochazka and Josh Hokit yesterday.
And to add suspension for the fans. The fans love it. They eat it up.
Let me tell you who doesn't love it: the athletic commissions and
that's true. Yeah.
The sponsors and the the people who.
Like what happened?
Well, I haven't seen.
Man, stay where you are.
Oh, Jiri said stay where you are.
I'll cut you with this lightsaber, homie.
I'll cut you with the light.
Sit your head on Alex Pereira's body, homie.
What?
I mean, it's like.
Bro, Jiri looks
I think Jiri don't really.
He's such a cool motherfucker.
so cool.
He doesn't really mess around with.
Nah, I had a good time with him.
Paulo Costa has fired back at Azamat Murzakanov ahead of their matchup this weekend. Murzakanov recently took a jab at Paulo, claiming that Russian secret juice is better than Paulo's. Here's what Paulo had to say in response.
Azamat said, Russian secret juice is hard work and dedication. Whose secret juice is better?
Bull. The guy is fat as a. What he talk about secret juice? He don't know nothing about that. So yeah, shut up, fat mother.
Robert Whittaker shared his thoughts on Israel Adesanya's TKO loss to Joe Pyfer, which marked his 4th consecutive defeat. Having trained alongside with him for the fight, Rob said he believes Izzy needs to find that hunger and love for the game again.
I think he needs to find that hunger. He's very, it's easy, it's hard, easy to say, right?
Yeah.
It's just he may be a little comfortable at the moment. You know, he's got money. He's reached the top of the mountain. He's done everything. He's ticked every box. What is there he needs to achieve anymore? And he needs to find that. He needs to find that drive to continue doing what he's doing, to continue to light that fire, that hunger, and that love for the game. So I don't think it was a bad thing. We all learn from our losses, and I think this is a good point for him to just make those decisions and work out where he needs to go and what he wants to do.
Vicente Luque is moving up to the middleweight division, where he'll face Kelvin Gastelum at UFC 327 this weekend. Luque is coming off back-to-back losses at welterweight, including a second-round submission loss to Kevin Holland at UFC 316, followed by a unanimous decision loss to Joel Alvarez at UFC Fight Night Brazil. He says the weight cut to 170 pounds was becoming more and more difficult. Now at middleweight, Luque is aiming for a finish and wants to make a statement to the rest of the division.
Yeah, so I've thought about that, a few years now. So it's been something that has been on my mind, and for the last year, that's when really I was already planning like that's gonna happen soon, because it's just getting harder and harder to keep myself on that frame for me to make 170. And I'm a professional guy. I never want to miss weight, so for me it didn't make sense like, oh, I'm gonna go until the point where I cannot make it anymore and then move. Let me move at the right moment so that I can keep performing and perform better. Actually, I see a fight of the night. I think that he's tough. He can take a lot of damage. I'm tough. I can take a lot of damage. We both like to fight, striking. We like to go out there and try to push our opponent's pace. So that's what I'm gonna do. And if he can get through all those rounds, I think it's possibly, a fight of the night, but I'm gonna be pushing for that finish. I think a win over him is gonna, place me perfectly in this middleweight division to, show that, hey, I'm here and I'm no joke. I'm here to give everybody trouble.
Demetrius Johnson grappled with Khamzat Chimaev, and Khamzat made him tap in less than 40 seconds.
Did Arman tell you I was good? Arman tell you I was strong?
Maybe for him.
Yeah. Oh, this is a real man lifting.
Come on, Mighty, fight. Fight, Mighty.
That was...
Fight, Mighty. You got 13 titles. Fight.
I am! It's too fast!
Uh, 37 seconds!
He's so strong!
And still!
Cub Swanson is set to face Nate Landwehr at UFC 327. At 42 years old and coming off a knockout win over Billy Quarantillo in 2024, Cub revealed he was planning to stay retired. However, he says he kept receiving offers from Sean Shelby, which ultimately brought him back.
I wanted to be 100% sure, and I didn't want to make an emotional decision. And so I kept it to myself. I tried to for a while. And I was really close to being done. And then Sean Shelby started asking if I wanted to fight again and saying they'd love to have me. And just the opportunity came to shine a light on what I'm doing next, and it made sense. And I thought I could do one better than I did last time, and it really etched me in there. So yeah, that's what we do as fighters. We try to make sure we're leaving it all out there and having fun. So
Arman Tsarukyan appeared on Ryan Garcia's stream yesterday. At one point, Arman showed Ryan how much was in his bank account, and Ryan was blown away.
I'm in my bank account. I'll just show you. So if just see, I'll put it here.
See, this dude has hella money in there, bro.
Not too much. It's nothing. I'm just saying, like, days like 40.
That's just one of his accounts, bro.
Just put 40K by
Oh, I got you, bro.
Next to my phone.
Bro, why do you seem so confident? Is this guy made of steel or something?
I need to get on in. I need to get on this little
clip.
gamble, bro. You trying to race for some money?
Huh?
Arman says he wants to fight either Charles Oliveira or Benoit Saint Denis next, adding that the BMF title doesn't fit Charles and he wants to take it.
Who do you want to fight next?
I want to fight next Charles Oliveira. Charles Oliveira or BSD. But it's better Charles Oliveira has a name, so. And we already fought, I beat him. So now he got the BMF title. BMF title doesn't fit him, so I need that belt for him.
Quick pause before we keep going. If you're watching Full Mount MMA, you're already locked into MMA news. But if you're betting on fights and still guessing, you don't need to. Home of Fight Picks is doing the work most people won't. Hours of tape study, match breakdowns, and line shopping for every single card. The Home of Fight Picks Discord went up over 130 units in 2025 alone, with a 3-year proven track record of profits. This isn't parlays for clicks, it's disciplined betting. They're letting Full Mount viewers check out the Discord for free this weekend. Just use the link in the bio to join the best betting Discord in combat sports for free. If you're already watching MMA every week, you might as well be betting it the smart way. Alright, back to the news. The Ultimate Fighter is back. Today it was announced that Daniel Cormier and Michael Bisping will serve as the coaches for TUF Season 34. Both Cormier and Bisping have coached on TUF twice before, Bisping on TUF 9 and 14, and DC on TUF 27 and 33. Dana White says he likes Arman Tsarukyan and how he's kept himself active outside the UFC. However, Dana says Arman needs to stop being a maniac.
What is your plan for Arman next?
Yeah, I like what Arman's been doing. That he's kept himself active. Getting himself out there. Hanging out with Nina doesn't hurt either. She kills it. I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, after each event plays out, this event will play out on Saturday. Everything sort of changes, and you start looking at what the possibilities are for fights coming up the rest of the year. We'll see what happens with Arman.
All right.
Arman needs to not be a maniac when he shows up to the event, and I like Arman though.
Yeah.
In Vegas one night, and I pull out of the win, and I'm at the red light right when you pull out, and somebody's screaming at me. I roll down my window. There's a Rolls Royce next to me. It's Arman in a Rolls Royce. He's a fascinating dude.
Yeah.
And obviously a bad mother.
Yeah, he's super entertaining.
And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. These comments are in reference to the altercation between Jiri Prochazka and Josh Hokit, and then Hokit's wild appearance at UFC 327 Media Day afterwards. The first one's from Exotic PP. It says, ultimate cringe moment watching Josh Hokit. The second one's from Young Simba. It says, Hokit that cringy weird. And the final one's from Dennis Timms. It says, Hokit is the Temu version of Macho Man. What a joke. Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.